Hi, this is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and today we're going to talk about how to pack a heavy chunk of iron and ship it across the country without it getting busted up. Start with your box because this is your container. And it's just paper, but it's very clever paper that can be very strong. First you want to tape down your center seam between the two leaves of the bottom. Then you want to make the bottom rigid. Turn it into a monostructure by taping all of the corners. This is in professional parlance, this is called an H pattern. I put it so it laps halfway over the end of the box and down the sides, fold in the sides around the edges of the box and fold this side down. So see, this is much more rigid than it was before. We'll do an H pattern on the top too, and then this box becomes a rectangular cube. I guess it can't be a rectangle and a cube. In the bottom of our box, we lay in solid styrofoam, because this is where most of the punishment is going to be. The box can get turned on its side or upside down or tumbled, but mainly it's going to ride this way, bottom down. We use styrofoam peanuts, heavy duty styrofoam peanuts for our packing, and if you use peanuts, the very most important thing is to make sure that you pack them in so tightly that your machine cannot shift around in the box and settle to the bottom or to the side where it will have no protection. It's got to be locked into place. So we're going to start with about 3 inches of packing peanuts on top of the solid styrofoam and cardboard. These are a cool shape, and they kind of lock together as the box jostles. So if you kind of pack them down, it gives them a good start on that. When you've got 35 pounds of sewing machine sitting on top of a fragile wood base, you need to put some packing under it. Of course, the same goes for a plastic base. You have to have enough packing material under here that your machine crushes into it slightly, so it actually is being supported. very important, put a note under the presser foot telling your recipient to raise the bed and remove the packing material before operating the machine. You don't want to have the foot control bouncing around inside. So put several wraps of small bubble wrap around it, enough to make it fit snugly inside of the harp of the machine here. Actually, a bubble wrap mailer is really good for that. I use those whenever I have them on hand. Now you can see that's not quite enough to keep it from bouncing around, so I'm going to add a little bit more, because that foot control kind of becomes a bomb sticking around inside there, and it can do damage to your beautiful sewing machine. Okay, that's better. Now it's not going to go anywhere. And you want to tie your machine to the base. So it's got solid support under it. And now we're going to wrap the two together with stretch wrap. Make it a unit. I think the whole key to packing and shipping sewing machines is packing things tightly enough that they cannot move. Because it's that momentum that causes the damage. So if it can't move, it's much, much safer. Now, these two are one solid unit. The machine is not going to lift out of the base. There's enough give in the stretch wrap to be able to put the lid on. And again, we want to unitize it. With stretch wrap. I found that if the stretch wrap comes off the roll, this way, from the back of the roll, away from you. It's easier to handle and to wrap around the machine. And it makes great noises. I wrap it in both directions. and for neatness sake, I try to do a nice butter cube fold on the sides. And the cling of the stretch wrap is enough to hold it on. You don't really need to tape it, although you can. Certainly no harm in it. Okay, now this is a unit. The box is a unit. We're going to pack it so tightly in the box that it can't move around, and the whole thing is going to be a unit. I want those peanuts to really settle in and lock together as much as possible. Okay, now we're going to bring it up just about to the top where the leaves fold over. Now we're going to pack that down. Okay, so the peanuts are packed right up to the top. On top of the peanuts, we want to layer in some cardboard. Another sheet of styrofoam. The cardboard keeps the heavy machine, should this box ever get turned upside down, and same for on the bottom, it keeps the machine from just breaking up the styrofoam. Okay, I think I have a little bit too much packing in there, so let's take out a little bit. These two strips across this way are not really necessary. I do it just to hold the leaves together while I put the center strip on. So again, we're going to do each pattern taping. Let's looks like this. About half the width of your tape. You want to fold it over the sides, smooth it across the top. Fold in the sides first, all the way up to the top edge, and then fold this over. One more time, even though it's really not that complicated. So now, what you have is a solid, resilient cube. It should be boingy. It should bulge just slightly. And it should kind of reverberate. You smack it, it should feel springy and tight and solid. And that machine now has a better chance of surviving the rigors of shipping. There's no absolute guarantee that's going to get your machine there 100% safely. You just do the best you can. This is the best way that we've come up with so far. So thanks for watching and good luck with your shipping. This is Mike from Stagecoach Road Sewing. That's stagecoachroadsewing.com. Also known as Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine. Okay, good day.